All right, Facebook ads 101 in 2021. All right, what's Facebook ads going to look like? What should you be focusing on? What is going to change that you need to be aware of to keep generating the results that your business needs? Okay, now my name is SAMIR CHIBANE. Welcome on over to all the e-com incubators that tune in on the regular, that are subscribed, that leave the thumbs up in the comments. Thank you guys so much. But honestly, if you're new here, I make videos just kind of about my e-commerce journey, okay? My goal is to have $1 billion e-commerce conglomerate. I don't know how long that's going to take, but I'm in it for the ride, all right? Now, if you're, let's say, okay, let me start off with this, all right? Whether you're just getting started with Facebook ads, or maybe you plan to launch Facebook ads for your e-commerce business, let's say in 2021, or maybe you kind of generating some results, you kind of tried out Facebook ads in 2020, or you were getting good results in 2020 with Facebook ads, you need to watch this video right here. Okay, now if you can't stick around for this whole video here, then unfortunately you're just probably not getting any results on Facebook ads, and neither will you get any Facebook ads in 2021. All right. So let me just dive right into it. The first thing that I would like to make you guys aware of is that there's going to be a lot of changes coming to Facebook ads, the platform itself, in 2021. All right. Now, the reason for that is due to Apple's iOS 14 update that will block event tracking on Safari. Okay, so what that means is, without kind of getting too technical, what that means is that whenever somebody, let's say, visits your, clicks on a Facebook ad and visits your home page, your website page, there's an event that pops up that goes ahead and reports back to the Facebook ads platform and says, hey, this person that clicked on the ad, went ahead and also visited this product. And then if they purchase, then it will trigger the purchase event. If they just add something to cart, it will trigger the add to cart button. And what that allows us to do as Facebook advertisers, or advertisers in general, is be able to track the performance of our campaigns. Okay, so we spend $100. We want the events to let us know, well, how many people visited our website? How many people checked our products? How many people added something to cart? And more importantly, how many people purchased? So we can justify the spend that we're investing into the Facebook ads, all right? Now, if Apple's new update is going to block event tracking on Safari browsers, now obviously most people, or a lot of people in the world, have iPhones. So if we can no longer track those events on Apple devices, then our ad metrics are going to be completely off, all right? So although there isn't too much out there just yet about this iOS 14 update, you already know Apple is super private. They keep things, very, very low key until they roll them out, okay? They're really good at that. That's actually a big part of their success. But what I do know is that they're claiming that these updates are to protect iPhone users' privacy, which kind of makes sense. But I'm sure that Facebook is working nonstop around the clock to overcome these hurdles for their advertisers. All right, Facebook's main source of income is from the people that advertise on their platform. All right, without that, all they're gonna have is just literally a social network with a bunch of users that they're not going to be able to monetize. So this is a big deal for sure, and I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below saying, Samir, make sure you make a video on this, and subscribe to get notified when I do drop it, all right? Now, let's dive into the meat and potatoes here, what you guys are here for. All right, now Facebook ads, actually, right before that, if you want to learn more and keep, stay updated on the iOS 14 release, just keep up on the Facebook ad forum right here, the business help section. They're rolling out more info as they get a hold of it, okay? Now, the first thing I would like to really clarify is that it is, Facebook ads are only the first step in your buyer's journey, okay? So kind of like I mentioned a few seconds ago, right? When somebody sees your Facebook ad and they click on it, that is the first step in the buyer's journey. Okay, it is not the end result, right? The end result is them actually having to go through they click on your ad, they land on your homepage or your landing page, then they go and visit your products, they scan that, maybe they go to your About Us section to verify, maybe they go to Google to verify that they're actually getting a good deal or good product or buying from a credible source, which is obviously your business. They might verify your business, your reviews on Google or whatnot. Then they'll come back to the site. They'll add that product to the cart. Then they'll go ahead and add their payment info. Then they'll go ahead and complete the purchase. So there's a pretty lengthy buyer's journey if we really break it down. So ideally, a lot of people that are either just getting started, or a lot of the messages that I get about people struggling or from people struggling with their Facebook ads is they'd like to assume that their whole success is based upon their Facebook ad, right? Which is not true. All right. Even though the performance of your business is dependent on Facebook ads, it is not exclusive to the Facebook ads. So, keep that in mind, right? That's just for anybody really getting started, or a fresh reminder for all of us that once they click on the ad, now they're on your website. Now it's completely up to what's going on that website, or if they go to Google, what they see on there, or what they see from your competitors. That plays a significant role in your success with the Facebook ads, right? Now, the second thing I'd like to mention about Facebook ads in 2021 is that they collect feedback from your customers, okay? So when somebody clicks on your ad and purchases something, okay, Facebook picks up on that with the event tracking that we just covered, right? Then what's gonna happen is they're gonna send them a survey about, however long it takes you to deliver your products, let's say 4 weeks, 5 weeks, or, 2 weeks. And they will ask them for feedback, all right, and say, hey, what did you think about their service? What did you think about their product quality? What did you think about their shipping times? And based on that feedback that they collect from your customers, okay, will depend on how they reward you or ban you or completely, terminate your whole ad account. Okay, so if you do not plan on treating those customers right that you're going to attract with your Facebook ads, let's say you're drop shipping from China, when everybody knows right now that that is not the way to go about building your e-commerce brand, just don't even bother. Okay, don't bother, because it's going to be such a short-term play. Like, yeah, you might make some sales, but then you're going to get your ad account shut down because it's taken 40, 60 days for your customers to get their products from China. So again, if you do not plan on treating those customers right that you will generate from your Facebook ads, don't bother. Just stop right now, re-strategize. Go check out our free case study right below, how we start and scale e-commerce micro brands, all right? I actually broke down that brand right there, Modern Garden, that we started and scales during a pandemic in 2020 to $1.3 million in revenue, okay? So go check out, it's an absolutely free case study, not that bullshit, webinars or sales videos that you get from all the other e-commerce gurus that don't show you shit. I'm gonna break it down all into detail, no cap, in that free case study below. All right, so go check that out. Now the third point, okay, it's all about simplifying your ad account. All right, in 2021, Facebook is going to start limiting the number of campaigns and ads that you can run based on ad account age and spend. Okay, so if you have a brand new ad account like you just created today, you're not going to be able to launch 100 campaigns. You're not going to be able to spend, hundreds of thousands even if you got them. Okay, you're not going to be able to launch 100 different ads if you're the type of person that really likes to test a lot. Okay, they're going to start limiting it based on ad account age and spend. And more importantly, the customer feedback that you're getting from the customers you're generating, or that Facebook is generating from the customers that you're getting from the Facebook ads, all right? Now, the last point here, okay, convergent campaigns are still the holy grail of money-generating campaigns on Facebook, okay? So don't listen to any of the bullshit that the Facebook, dropshipping gurus are talking about on YouTube or whatnot, where they might tell you, hey, run traffic campaigns, run lead campaigns, retarget them. Bullshit, okay? Conversion campaigns is the way to go. Now, I'm going to do something real good for you guys. I'm going to actually show you the exact campaigns that we run, okay? The exact campaign structure that was working for us in Q3 and Q4 of 2020, and we will be running with throughout 2021. Why? Because the basic lowest cost kind of campaign strategy is no longer scalable. Okay, Facebook is just gonna spend your money everywhere. If you're trying to really scale a brand or really get consistent results, the lowest cost or auto bid campaigns are not it. Okay, are not it. Believe me, we give them so many chances, just not it. Okay, the only type of campaigns that we run now is campaign angles that are CBO campaigns and cost cap. Okay, I'm gonna break this down into a little bit, but if you want to see the exact campaign details, like some of our actual campaigns for Modern Garden, check out my OnlyFans, which is actually on sale right now. Okay, my OnlyFans is where I kind of break down a lot more behind the scenes of the business, a lot more training, more in-depth training than what I'm sharing with you here, and show you real life examples that I know you'll benefit from. Okay, real life examples that I wish I was able to see when I was first getting started, as opposed to the shady shit that the YouTube gurus are sharing. Okay, so campaign angle. What does that mean? That means if you, let's say you have a clothing store, you're selling shorts, t-shirts, and pants. Well, you're going to want to create a campaign that's specific to one of those product categories. Or maybe if it's a Valentine's Day campaign, maybe it's a Black Friday campaign. So you want to find all these different kind of campaign angles to launch new campaigns with. Then you want to go ahead and set them up at a campaign budget optimization at $1,000. Okay, then you're going to want to go ahead and set it at cost cap. What's the right term? Let me actually just dive in here. By the way, okay, just so you guys know, I'm not capping, I'm not playing. For this brand, Modern Garden, we spent $336,000 year to date since the launch on Facebook ads, all right? As you can see here, Modern Garden account, all right? I know the YouTube gurus don't show this shit, all right? So I know you guys are loving it so far. Leave a thumbs up, all right? Now let me just set this here to campaign deliveries active, and you'll see the only auto campaign that I got set up here, or we have set up, is the standard retargeted campaign. Okay, the rest are all cost cap. Okay, cost cap, Juan is testing out, my business partner is testing out a bid cap. Those tend to work every now and then if structured right. But as you can see here, mainly cost cap. Okay, over the past Q4 of 2020, Q3 of 2020, majority was cost cap campaigns. All right, so just some proof there. All right, now let's go back to all right. So what you want to go ahead and do is set up 3 ad sets in that campaign. Or actually, what I was going to do is choose I believe it's called the bidding strategy, just to kind of give you guys an idea. Okay, right here. Okay, campaign bid strategy. Okay, we can edit it. You could choose from a bunch, highest value or lowest value. That's what it's going to be set up at automatically. Don't do it unless you're only like in the beginning phases with a campaign of less than $100. Okay, maybe I should have said that in the beginning. If you're only spending $100 per campaign, then leave it at auto. That's fine. But as soon as you start spending more than $250, $500, it just kind of goes out of whack. Okay, your cost per conversion is going to skyrocket. Your spend is going to go out of pocket. It's going to be showing your ads to people that are not really interested in them. But if you do cost cap, okay, the reason why cost cap is working real well is because it will control the cost of the purchases that you're trying to generate. So what does that mean? That means that if the campaign or the algorithm or the pixel or Facebook doesn't think that they can get you a conversion for less than $100, as we have it set up here, okay, don't compare our cost cap to yours, because our average order values, just all of our metrics are different than what you're running most likely, okay? So we can afford to pay $100, but ideally, what we're saying here is, hey, if we can get consistent results at $100 per conversion today, just don't spend the money, okay? So here's a good example, all right? If we look at the last, let's look at yesterday first, right? You can see here at yesterday, this campaign here, even though I set a $1,500 daily budget, it only spent $1,200. Why? Because the cost per conversion was higher than that 95 that we're looking for. So if we do, but you could see here, this other cost cap campaign right here, the Christmas themed one, is actually meeting that $100, right? If we do, let's say the day before, just to get a better idea. Okay, it was at 152, still spend that whole 1,500. But if you see, let's say this here, it couldn't get us that $100 cost per conversion. It was at 168, so therefore it just stopped spending for the day. Okay, it's a great way for you to be able to scale without frantically turning on and off campaigns. It does it for you. If it doesn't think it can get you consistent results at that target cost cap you set it at, it just won't spend the bread. It won't spend your money. All right. But if we look at the last 7 days, okay, they're all reaching that, right? Again, this is bid cap. The BC is bid cap. I'll record another video on that. But for now, you can see the cost cap over time gets really close to that number that you set it at. All right. And ideally, you can tighten it if it keeps staying out of whack. So let's say this one's at 109 for the week. I might drop this down to 95 in hopes of getting it even lower. But if you try to put the cost cap too tight, let's say I put the cost cap at like $20, it just won't spend money at all because it's like, hey, we can't generate you $20 cost per purchases, so it doesn't spend your money. All right. So ideally, you want to turn on the faucet and off, tighten it, loosen it. Once the sales stop pouring on, then you start tightening it by $2, $2.50, $5 until you get this consistent results that you're looking for. Right. All depends on the metrics, what you're looking to generate, what your average order value or your lifetime value or however much you're willing to pay for a customer. That's a whole different conversation. Okay. But now you guys understand cost cap. All right. At least I think I did a good job explaining it. Let me know in the video below if you or in the comments below if you'd like me to clarify on anything else. But first ad set is that broad targeting. Broad targeting is like telling Facebook, hey, go wild and figure it out. We don't target no interest. We don't have any we don't have any interest or any specific audience, like custom audience that we're targeting. We're just letting the pixel go at it and figure it out. This works well if you already have some data. Again, we spent 300 or 350K on this brand on Facebook ads alone so far. So there's tons of data on our pixel, tons of data for our ad account to be able to do that. But if you're just getting started, you might want to, be a little bit more directive with the broad. Okay. So maybe you could put some interest in here, but again, if you have data, you could leave the targeting blank, and it will ideally figure out who the ideal customer is for you based on previous history. All right. So interest targeting. Interest targeting is where we put a bunch of interests that will be able to, or list a bunch of interests that are perfect for our target audience that we're trying to reach. Then, okay, so this is the most important one. The 30-day website visitors with UTM. Okay, you're tracking. Now, this retargeting here, remember how I showed you right now, right? We have a basic retargeting campaign that just kind of runs wild. This has been set up since August 6th of 2020, and we still have it running. Very low cost per purchase compared to the cold ones. But within each campaign, we want to be able to retarget the traffic that's coming from these two ad sets. Why? Because we want to account for the purchases, the retargeted purchase within the campaign. All right? Because if that gets retargeted outside of this campaign, and let's say it gets picked up by the basic retargeting campaign, then our metrics for this campaign here is going to be a little bit off, right? Because if we're getting, let's say, $100 conversions from these two campaigns, but then we're getting $30 conversions when we retarget them, and we're not accounting for them in this campaign, then it's going to look like this is really expensive customers, when in reality, it could be evened out to like $60 cost per conversion if we account for it within the campaign. So you set up your UTMs for these ads right here within the cold targeting, and then you retarget the people that visited with that UTM. Okay, so if you don't know what UTMs are, just Google it. I don't want to kind of overcomplicate this video. But the reason why I see here within the 30-day website visitors that come from these two campaigns or these two ad sets right here have 1.1, 2.1, 3.1 is because we want to update them to be specific to the retargeting. Okay, so you want to update the copy. So this is saying, hey, come check this out. This is these ads right here in the retargeting are saying, hey, I don't know what happened, but you checked out these products, so come back and, complete your purchase. We got a $20 coupon. We got free shipping. Hey, we got financing available. So, I put that point one in these ads right here to kind of remind you to, update the copy to be specific for retargeting. All right. Now, let's say some of these ads right here are not working, or, the ads for this campaign angle are not working too well. Well, what happened in 2020 or 2019, 2018, people would just shut off the whole campaign and launch a new one. But remember what I said in the beginning. Facebook is going to get tighter on how many campaigns you launch. Okay? And ideally, the longer the campaign has been around, the better it will perform. So, because it's collecting more data. So instead of shutting off campaigns if any of the ads don't perform, all you're going to want to do is start shutting off ads within the campaign individually and replacing them. So boom, if these two are not performing right here, ad number 2, number 3, okay, kill those, replace them. Okay, kill this, replace it. If all 3 of them are dead, not performing, not meeting your KPIs, turn them off, replace them within that same campaign. Again, if it's the same campaign angle, right? So if this is the angle for t-shirts, instead of starting a whole new campaign for t-shirts, just go ahead and replace the ads within the t-shirt campaign with some new ads that you create. All right. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are ready and excited for 2021. If you're looking to start and scale an e-commerce micro brand the right way, okay, by keeping your risks low, but also leaving you with a huge upside potential, check out that free case study right below. All right. Again, I'm going to break down Modern Garden, 7-figure brand. Nobody else is showing the shit that I'm showing in this case study. And honestly, it will be valuable within its own. But on top of that, at the end of the case study, if you'd like, you get a chance to schedule a call and apply to work with us more closely in 2021. All right, so peace out. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave that comment below, and subscribe. Peace.